3, 2, 1, let's go. Hey, welcome back to
Hello.
Listen Front Desk Survivors, the hospitality podcast. We will start with a disclaimer that we are not talking about our current employer and we have nothing to do with them except we go to work there during the days, but when we are off as like right now, nothing related to that.
No, so just our memories from
the past. Oh,
wow.
That was cool. That was not written.
That was amazing.
Today's episode we will go through 3 topics again that we will not give out now because you will stop listening. Amsu is having a very difficult day today. Apparently she's been a little bored and I'm making her very, very happy right now because she cannot
I had a day off and Jonas came here and woohoo, now I have something to do. Okay.
I did not know that she's been smoking weed the whole time. All right, let's go. So nothing like that. The first topic we are discussing is underlined in my notes and it says, I'm not your personal assistant. I think we go again to guest experiences in the front desk, and last time we were talking about the upgrade inquiries.
Mm-hmm.
And this kind of topic, I'm not your personal assistant, it has something to do with difficult guests who are like, all right, I'm checking into your hotel, and until I leave,
you are my slave.
You're my slave.
We said something like this, just a short sentence about this during the pilot episode.
Oh.
Like people take it very literally that we are there to serve them during their stay. And of course, yes, we are trying to make your stay as comfortable as possible, but it doesn't mean that we will do exactly everything.
Yeah, we will not bend over backwards for them. We do bend over. How do you even say that? Like bend over, not backwards, but just bend over. I was like frontwards. Okay, that was wrong. Yeah, why did I even say that?
It doesn't help me.
It doesn't help your panic attack.
No.
Hey, okay, so you go first. What is under I'm not your personal assistant?
Yeah, well, of course, when people check in, there might be some persons that get very like attached to one certain front desk agent.
Yeah.
That's very nice. It might be that you are speaking the same language, or just like you are the first one they meet.
Yeah.
And then they are like, oh, hi, Jonas. And then after that, they will always search for Jonas.
Yeah. Usually, I believe it's the person who checks them in. They are like, all right, this is now my guy.
Yeah.
So on.
Most often that. And I remember one Mr. from the US. He was staying with us. This was during summertime once again.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was traveling abroad a long time and he was staying with us also pretty long time. And then he was also always, when he came to the front desk, he was asking for Amanda. Not Amsu, Amanda.
Of course, professionally.
Yes, and then he was a very, very nice guy. So then it was also very nice to help him because you tend to like to help people who are very nice to you, and they
of course.
Think you as like a human being on the same level.
Sure.
So he was just like, yeah. So my plan is to go to Estonia and Russia, and he was in Helsinki. So a lot of tourists go to Tallinn for just a day trip, and you can take the ferry there and back during one day. And that was his plan. And then you can also take the train to Russia from Helsinki. And he was like, yep, I'm going to do that.
Oh,
so,
he
Amanda.
can do that. I mean, you know, I'm not sure, but if you're from US, you cannot just go to Russia like, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. Well, you have to have the visa and
I
stuff.
guess. All right. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, he was prepared for that.
Okay, prepared for that.
Yeah, but he didn't have really any schedule yet.
Uh-huh.
So he was like, so Amanda, now when you are here, so here's my credit card.
Wow.
Plan my schedule.
Aha, okay. I thought that was it. Here's my credit card.
I wish though.
Sure.
And have a nice day, Amanda.
Yeah, exactly. Enjoy
Take a day off.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, here's my credit card, so you can plan my trip to Tallinn. I would like to go this day, but if it doesn't work, you can take some other day. And then I would like to go to Russia during these days. And I was like, alrighty.
Mhm.
And it was a good thing because we were working like 2 persons at a time at the front desk. So I was actually planning his trip almost my whole shift.
So you did it.
Yeah, I did it.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I was planning and I was paying stuff with his credit card online.
Yeah, fucking illegal.
Yeah, but it was, yeah, and it was interesting. He was very happy, and that's the most important thing in our job. No, but it's yeah, that was maybe too much. But then it's very difficult when you're at the front desk to say no. I'm not doing this.
It is very difficult because that's bad service, obviously. But
exactly.
sometimes you have to say that, like we covered with Jason and no, okay.
This podcast should be named Jason.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna drop his name in the first every episode until he comes and says like, "Hey, bro, you shouldn't tell my name."
And accepts.
Someone broke my window because he said told them to throw a rock. No, but that was
This
about
is a never-ending story.
Yeah, this is never ending. Okay, I don't know. Just say
Good story,
no,
though.
dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut that off from the actual podcast. But yeah, you have to be able to say no.
But it's very difficult. I can't say no ever, never ever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, of course.
Yeah. Okay, but that's it. From
That's
that
it.
dude.
Yeah, from that dude. But he was very
his
nice.
personal assistant.
Yes.
And he was happy. He left a good review.
Yes.
Okay.
He was very happy, and he was so nice. I couldn't say no.
Okay, that's great. That's great. I actually had almost a similar story, but I did not take any credit card or started booking. But I think I'm not sure if it's an American thing or if it's a old people thing, but like something that was very common in the past, or if it's just something that's in luxurious hotels. But there's a concierge.
Yeah.
And there's concierge service that there's actually a people for that who is kind of their personal assistant.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
if you don't have that service in your hotel, you shouldn't expect to get that kind of service. And if someone is actually very used to going to a hotel where concierge that will actually book everything for them, I understand that they might want it. But front desk person is a wrong person to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
However, so we had in hotel I previously worked at, we had a concierge service, so a concierge person actually. But when she was not there, because it was just only one person who had 2 days off, obviously a week, as usual.
Was she there like maybe weekdays or something?
I don't remember.
Or do they work shifts? I have no idea.
No, but it was just one person.
Oh, yeah.
So there's no shifts. She was there like from 9 to 5, something like this.
Yeah.
Had her own desk and everything. Okay.
Cool.
So when she was not there, obviously the concierge service was mainly done from the front desk. However, we never booked anything with someone else's credit card.
Oops.
But I remember one time when this couple, well, obviously I was working in California in the, well, is there anything else in California than coast? So I don't know. But anyways, there's a coast, and apparently people, or one activity is to go whale watching. So you go with a boat and you go, and it's just a funny thing. It's just a crowded boat, and 1/3 of the boat starts throwing up through the through the fence of a boat, and it's just ridiculous. I went once, and I was like, okay, this is kind of taking the fun when people get seasick. However, it's a cool thing.
Yeah.
Like on an idea level, you see nice pictures. Okay, you will see whales very close. That's not the case every time, at least not in every company. But this couple wanted to go to whale watching, and they were saying like, book it for us. And I obviously knew their name, and I was like, okay, book it for us, this bitch. Yeah, so I did it. I called this company. It was summertime, so it was pretty crowded in there. And even though there was multiple companies, there was actually one company that we that was our choice, that we recommended them. And obviously, we got like free whale watching experience for our staff, and it's kind of a win-win situation. We recommended their company. So I called them, and they had like a boat which has higher desk and like lower desk. Obviously, from lower desk you cannot see that well. From higher desk and the upper desk, it was more expensive, and they wanted that because I called them and they were like, okay, there's two seats on higher desk.
Can you also upgrade there?
I guess you could, but they told me, the company told that there's 2 seats on the higher upper desk and 2 seats on the lower desk available. And there were 2 people.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, actually at that point I didn't know which ones they want, so I was like, all right, I'll give you call right back. Then I called the guest and I say like, hey, there's upper desk and lower desk and there's this much price difference, and they were like, yeah, just book us the upper desk. Then I called them, the company, and they said like, sorry, it already got booked.
Surprise.
So the lower desk is only available. I'm like, all right, we'll take it.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll take it. Like, I would go anywhere. Like,
it's fine for me.
yeah. I'm like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. And how pissed they were that we told you to book the upper desk, and I'm like, it got crowded. Like,
oh no.
What can I say? So yeah, but they were very, very complicated people and very demanding. So apparently someone then canceled, and eventually they were able to get it. I didn't know because they left the hotel pissed, but then they came back and they said like, yeah, we figured from there someone canceled, we got it. It was all good. Thank you. And I was like,
then they would have been pissed if you wouldn't have called them.
Yeah.
To check, and then you're like, it's on the upper desk.
Exactly.
It's a bit more expensive, but then they would be pissed about that. So
yeah,
you never know.
True, but the same hotel. What I started thinking when you brought this topic to my attention, calling to a restaurant is very basic. Like that's not even that doesn't basically even fall into I'm not your personal assistant. It's just a basic thing that front desk does.
Yeah, and it goes very quickly, so it's like yeah, sure, call, done.
Exactly, but I actually have one funny like story regarding that, which was not funny at the time and is not even funny now, but I'm gonna tell it anyways.
Good.
So there was this lady. So okay, let's go back not to the lady first, but I guess it was 2017 still, and the phone app. I'm not even sure if you know this online travel agency called Hotels Tonight. Okay, it was.
Never heard.
I think it was maybe Airbnb bought it in 2019, I guess, or 2018. However, before that, they mainly focused on Hotel Tonight. It was the name of the app, so hotels for tonight. So if a hotel had any leftover rooms that they couldn't sell, they could put them on a Hotel Tonight with a very cheap price, maybe 50% discount, and hopefully get like last minute booking from there.
Did it go automatically there?
No. It
so it was kind of okay.
It was very boring system because they made a booking. It came to us with an email, and then we had to print it out and insert all the details.
Very manual work.
Yeah, very manual, and it was not convenient at all. And we were fully booked, with kind of exception that we had 2 arrivals left. But otherwise everybody was in already.
Yeah.
And this old lady comes to me and is like, hey, I would like to book a room. And I'm like, sorry, we don't have anything available. Maybe you can, I can see if I can find you another hotel. I can help you with that, but we don't have. Then she just looks at her phone, standing here at the front desk, looks at her phone, and she's like, Hotels Tonight shows that you have a room available. And Hotels Tonight, if I remember correctly, I'm not sure if it told the room categories, but it was saying something. Maybe it's the standard room, but cheapest room and very good offer, cheap price. All right. And she's just standing there and says like, this it says it's available. And I'm like, oh, okay, that must be a mistake. Let me go and let me go. I have to go and take it away from our availability from Hotels Tonight. Our bad. It's a mistake. We don't have anything available.
Yeah.
Then she's on her phone. She's like, but it went through. I just made a booking.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, I told you we don't have anything, but it went through because you made it here. I'm like, sure. Then email comes like, okay, this person has made a booking. Overbooked. I'm like, 2 arrivals left. I'm telling her that I cannot accommodate you. And she's like, but you took our money. Like, you took my money. I'm like, yeah, I really didn't. Like, this app did.
Yeah, true. I didn't do anything.
Yeah. And she was like, what do we do now? I'm like, let me see. Then I started to, I went to the back office, told our general manager what to do. Clearly, only thing to do is to tell the lady to leave. Like, we will refund, we cannot accommodate you. We don't have a room.
Ah, so that's what you did if the hotel was overbooked.
Well, what do you do? Build a room?
No, but we were always like, if the hotel was overbooked, and we knew like, okay, shit, everyone is coming. So then we
call another hotel.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then call the customer like often like before they arrive, like, hey, by the way, you are going here, so you can take a taxi, blah blah blah.
Yeah, well, I guess that's a classy way to do it.
You were just like, goodbye.
I mean, yeah. We did that if we knew already, like, beforehand.
Yeah.
But now this was the case here, and
Yeah,
she did
true,
it
that
on
was
purpose, and she knew that we don't have anything available, so we're not gonna pay for another hotel, especially because that price that she paid was very low, and hotels do not take the commission, and so on.
True.
So I was like, what do we do? And then my general manager told that one of the arrivals is actually one of our like corporate VIP. And that they just cancelled. So I was like, okay.
Happy days.
Well, not too happy days, because the corporate VIP had like our nicest suite. So this lady gets, with the lowest rate, being annoying, gets the nicest suite. And I'm like, here you go, lady. Then the lady goes up, and then she comes back like, hey.
After those crucial minutes.
Yeah. She comes back and says, could you make a table reservation for me to a restaurant? And I'm just thinking, like, you're pretty damn good making bookings with your own on your phone. But yeah, sure, let me call you. Let me call them. Let me call some restaurant. I even got a little frustrated right now, but
yeah, you're still feeling
the story
this.
goes actually on, but I don't want to talk about that.
Okay, you get too frustrated.
Yeah, we actually ended up waiving her stay fee, so she stayed for free in that. She was a pro. Okay,
wow, she has done that before.
She has done that before.
All right.
She hit us in a weak spot. Yep.
Wow.
But that's about that.
Yeah, I have actually one friend. This is also one thing that, should you say yes or no? He was working in a hotel, very nice one, and they have customers who are like, it's a bit more expensive hotel, so the customers are also a bit more like, they like the
needy.
service and so on.
Very basic.
So here in Helsinki, he was asking like, yeah, I need a what is this boat? Yacht.
Yacht?
Yacht.
Yeah. Nobody knows how that is pronounced.
And I don't know, do you know where to get one?
A yacht?
Yeah.
That sounds like a German word.
Yacht? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. And nobody knows. But then my friend
They wanted to buy a yacht.
They wanted to rent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and my friend was like, yeah, sure, I will get to you a yacht. And he was like, oh, fuck. And but he did find one, and they were really happy. I actually don't know his secret, because I don't know, I would be like, okay, sorry, mister, we will not find you a yacht. So
exactly.
Here's your small boat, you can...
No, not even that. We won't give you a small boat you can row.
Okay, not that. And then to my previous workplace, when we had a very nice couple, and this is also one of my favorite memories I will tell you about, but this same couple, they stayed with us for 1 or 2 weeks. It was an older couple. So they were so nice, and during breakfast, already like the first morning, they were like, oh, you don't have olives. And
yeah.
And
there's
we
a
were
reason
like,
for that.
Yeah. And we were like, no.
Nobody likes olives.
By the way, I thought I didn't like olives, but like a few years back, I tasted it and I was like, wow, my whole life has been a lie. I like olives.
You do?
I do. The green
gross.
ones, not the black ones. Anyway.
What's the difference?
It's a big difference, actually.
Well, the color,
yeah.
obviously.
and the taste.
What does it?
Anyway,
Doesn't have anything to
so-
do with hospitality.
Well, restaurant. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So then, the morning they had checkout after 1 or 2 weeks when they had stayed with us. My boss sends a message like, "Hey Amanda, before you come to work, could you get some olives from the supermarket?" And I was like,
Oh wow.
"Sure." And I immediately knew who it was for, but this was like, this is what you want to do to the customers if they are very nice. So when we often say that the people who act maybe a bit bad and not so nice towards the staff, they get the good things.
Yeah.
But here was like people who are very nice to us, and now we wanted to be very nice
Yeah, but
towards
that
them
was
with some extra.
that was a courtesy of your boss, right?
Yeah.
We will cover in some episode. We will cover a good boss, how it is
Yeah.
like. But that sounds like
He
a
was
good
very-
boss.
Yeah, he's the best.
All right, we will maybe even give out his name.
Yes,
No.
I will. Maybe.
Okay, let's see.
I don't know.
Continue. Olives. You bought the olives. They were
I
happy.
bought olives,
Done deal.
done deal, and it was green olives.
Cool. Cool. How did we get there? How did we get there? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else?
Well, just that it's nice with a balance with customers who ask you things and you can help them and you have a nice connection with them. But then we have on this end the people who thinks you're their like personal assistant, literally. But then we also have the people who come and check in and then you never see them again. That's also
Yeah.
a bit weird.
Oh yeah,
So
that's
it's
true.
nice with the balance that you have something like, and you see them here and there during
Yeah.
their stay. But yeah,
Bottom line, we're not personal assistants, or we're not personal assistants. Assistants.
assistants.
Don't be a dick. Just be a nice person, and you can ask stuff, but don't demand stuff.
Yes, that was good.
That was a good pun.
Yes. Jingle. ding,
Jingle,
ding,
jingle.
Ding, 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 ding.
Our next topic is actually language barriers. Something that I believe in all of the hotels front desk agents encounter.
Mm,
And
indeed.
indeed, and
Daily,
I mean, obviously, traveling is for everyone. Traveling should not be limited to language, knowledge of languages. So I think it's great that people who don't speak a native language or even like second native or third native language, that they still go and travel and explore the country, that, or if they want to,
Absolutely.
just
yeah.
go. So about language barriers, we nothing.
Yeah, it's not a
racism
no,
or
and it's not a
something.
negative thing at all. It's just like it's a struggle for the both parts.
Yeah,
so
for real.
yeah,
Both parts.
it's not the customer's fault that you don't speak the local language. It's
Yeah,
like,
and it
Of course.
probably ends up to a kind of funny situations.
Yes.
Funny situations that I cannot remember. Really.
Really? I have a few.
I have troubles remembering, but let's go with you first.
Okay, I have this. Well, often, even though you speak English, a lot of people don't still speak English that well.
Mhm.
Sometimes you had problems already during the check-in when you said ID, please, or passport, please, and they didn't really understand that either.
Usually when you just, I don't know, you have to say passport, like isn't passport in every language passport?
Well, you know what? I once said passport and nobody understood. Then I went to Google Translate and then I said pasaporte and they were like, ah,
See.
sí, señorita. And I was like, yeah, woo. And then we got further on with the check-in. But yeah, Google Translate was
After
one of my...
Sosamba.
Yeah, that's true. But Google Translate was one of my personal assistants.
Oh, wow.
Often. But then one of my favorite memories was when there was like a young Japanese girl, and she was traveling by herself, and she had like huge luggage with her, and she didn't speak English at all.
Mhm.
And normally a check-in takes maybe 5 minutes. Like,
All right.
yeah. There, I don't know. Anyway, and then this took about maybe like 30 minutes because we had like huge problems to understand each other. And then, well, I got her checked in, and I was like, yes, woo. And then she comes back when she has been to her room, and I was like, uh-oh, now she wants to change rooms. Okay, let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
But then she was just standing there and looked at me like, hey, like
What?
a little like nervous giggle, and I was like, can I help you? And she was like, And then she took her phone, and we're just clicking, completely silent, and I was like, okay.
Uh-huh.
And then she was like, it sounded like she started with a speech.
Okay.
And then she said in Finnish.
Oh, wow.
But now I can say this in English. She was like, I go out. And I was like, you go out! Yay! And I felt like a proud mother, but she spoke very well like the Finnish words because Japanese and Finnish is pretty close to the sound. Yeah, the sound is very...
All right,
yeah.
I'm not gonna start a conversation about that.
Anyway, but I was like, yay! And then we were both like, hee hee hee, and we were just giggling, and then we were like...
So wait a second. First there was some Mexican couple that came to dance with you, and now there's a Japanese girl that you're...
giggling together. Yeah, but...
Where have you been working?
It was a very nice hotel.
Yeah,
but it was... it's just mostly like fun moments that these language barriers like takes.
Yeah, well, that reminded me of what it brought up the phone. Like I had a couple of well, let's just say Asian people that well, is that too bad to say Asian people? They were, I don't remember. Chinese. Might have been Chinese. I'm pretty sure about it. And they were in 2017, they were living in 2030 because they had a machine that they spoke Chinese, and then the machine told me in English, and I was like, what is this? And then they were like kind of signing me if I'm ready to answer them, and then they pressed record, and I spoke to the machine in English, and the machine started speaking Chinese, and I was like, okay, this is very cool. However, if this is not, accurate enough, if it translates like Google translates,
yeah, you never know.
I might just, insult them
exactly.
By accident.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, that was very cool.
Yeah.
And I guess nowadays stuff like that exists.
Yeah, but I have never seen in person. But like, yes, that's probably like a normal thing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Be.
Yeah.
We don't work in front desk anymore, so we don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But I have never been to a country where they can't speak English like at all. I have, for example, never traveled to Asia, so I can't even imagine how it feels like that nobody understands you. So that's...
I mean, what do you mean nobody understands you? I mean, they do speak English, or some English, I believe. I haven't been to Asia either.
Yeah, but if you go somewhere like maybe not into the big cities or anything.
Yeah, rural areas.
Yeah. Because my one of my friends were backpacking in Asia, and he was like, "What?"
Backpacking. I was like, yeah, they were just packing their backpack.
Isn't it called back?
Yeah, I guess so. But I had a weak moment.
I thought you were laughing like, he was trying to search for his soul. Anyway, so he was like, that was the first time when he really understood, like, wow, nobody can understand him because they have like no words that they can like communicate with each other, and they try to like body language and everything. And he was like, it was a weird experience.
It was a struggle.
Like,
Okay. Cool stuff.
Okay.
Cool story, bro.
Thanks.
I don't want this language barriers topic to be too much of Asians, but I must say one more thing though. Actually, two more things.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Yeah. I've noticed it's lovely how they say yes, even though they don't understand.
It's just like, huh?
Yeah, they just say yes.
And they're always like so cute.
Yeah, they are cute,
happy.
but in a situation where a payment doesn't go through,
then they're not cute.
You're trying to be like kind of gently saying that it doesn't go through.
Yeah.
This didn't happen to me, but a colleague of mine, and she had to say that the payment didn't go through. And do you have another credit card? And they just say yes, and just wait multiple times. So yeah, that's
true. But yeah, did you have another story? Because now I go to the facts.
Okay, go to the facts.
Yeah, I was like Googling about this language barrier in hotels, and I found this. This is like some kind of communication platform called concierge. Concierge in Finnish. Concierge.
In Finnish. Finnish.
Yes, and this is like a platform where the different hotel departments can communicate, for example, housekeeping and front desk and maintenance, but then it's also between the customer and the front desk, for example. And this is through an application on the phone, but then also, for example, on the televisions in the hotel rooms.
Okay, so what? So as a customer, could I just send the hotel I check into to their maintenance like, hey, what's up with this?
No.
My radio
I
is
think if
broken.
you're like the customer, then you can just contact the front desk.
All right.
Yeah, but then the hotel staff can use this platform for their like inside communication as well. And this is like, okay, so no more language barrier if you have this application and la la la. And I didn't even like think about this, but like language barrier can be a big thing, like, or a bad thing about like safety instructions and so on. Like think about that if you're like in a country and you don't know anything about the language, like nothing at all. So you don't know the safety instructions, for example, and then for example, if you order some food and you're like very, very allergic.
I'm sorry, but
something
very weird just happened.
Yeah, I saw something flying. Yeah, like if you're very allergic for something, but and you're ordering food, but you're just like, whatever, I can tell them in their language, so I will just skip, and then you
kill someone.
Yeah,
that's true.
And I wasn't even thinking about this. I was like, haha, it's difficult to check in people.
Yeah,
but it's
all right.
lot
So the
more
problem
than
is
that.
actually more serious.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good that someone is actually creating and building a platform to solve it.
Exactly. And this is like this platform is like translating everything to all different kinds of languages, so everybody gets all the same information in their own language. And I was like, wow.
All right, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Say the name again.
Concierge.
Concierge.
It's like concierge, but concierge.
Yeah, that's a service.
Concierge.
Concierge.
Yeah, that's much better.
All right. I had to put my sexy voice also to say that. That was like
sexy French voice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I hate French language.
Why?
Let's not get to that.
Okay.
But
yeah, that was a fun fact.
That was a fun fact. All right. So. I had a language barrier myself working in the United States, obviously, because, well, as you can hear, English is not my native language, and
but French is.
But French is no.
Anyway, go on.
So only one time this happened that I actually. Well, many times happened that I used some word which was similar to some other word. Once this happened that I used, I meant to say intersection, but I said intercourse.
No.
And obviously those two are not close to each other. So I just told someone like, yeah, just walk up the hill and on the forced intercourse, just turn left. Like, with a straight face, I'm telling this for real. Like, yeah, there's a meaning that there's an intersection that they had to make the turn. So yeah, that was something that happened.
Did they react in any way?
Well, obviously they were laughing, and then I realized that's only later. But yeah, I was like making a fool of myself.
That was pretty good.
That was all
good
right.
Story, Jonas.
Yeah, but that's true fact. But then the last one that on this topic, again, Asians. I read this online that there was this guy who was working in the front desk of some kind of a conference hotel. And they had some kind of conference that a lot of Asians were where Chinese businessmen were taking apart.
Mhm.
So there was over 200 of them, and they all had some kind of a language barrier. And apparently 90% of the hotel was booked by them, and then 10% was left to book for other tourists or whatsoever. And it said like it was very difficult to explain to the Asians when someone outside of the hotel, someone fell and like hit their face so that it was bleeding, like a lot of blood, and that someone like ran into the hotel and asked for a bathroom. And
Wait. So some customer came and tell you that, or what?
What? I read this online. This story.
Okay.
Yeah. So someone outside of the hotel
bleeding.
Fell, was bleeding.
Okay.
And went to use the bathroom because get the blood to stop. All right.
Okay.
And then there was a lot of blood in the lobby,
Mhm.
and then they had some kind of a event stopped in 200.
Yeah. So everybody came in at once.
And very difficult to explain what happened.
Oh no.
And I understand that. But also a little side story, because I cannot stop, is that about blood. I've told you, but I haven't told you. So now listeners on Spotify are like, who is the third person?
Yeah, we have always someone here just sitting.
Yeah, it's you guys. It's our producer. So yeah, once this happened some time ago, long time ago, that I was helping housekeeping. I was actually doing do-outs.
Mm-hmm.
So I was checking someone who doesn't know what a do-out is. It's a checkout of today that hasn't come to check out and is due to be out. Hence do-out. Is it hence? I don't know. I try to be very diligent. Is it diligent that I try to be? Damn it, English language, you're making this...
I'm just like, no comments.
Okay. So yeah. Anyways, I was entering the room, seeing if there's anyone there. If there is someone there, I'm just telling like, hey, your checkout time was already. Get out. If there's no one there, I'll just go to the system and check them out. Yeah. I go to the room and I like seems kind of untouched. Obviously knocked and nobody answered, so I open the door. Seems untouched. I'm like, all right, bathroom. Well, one hand towel used.
Mm-hmm.
Go further around the corner. I see the beds. It was actually a room with 2 queen-size beds.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of blood
Dun,
on the
dun,
sheets.
dun.
And otherwise it doesn't seem used to be at all. But there's 2 champagne glasses, half drinking, and that champagne bottle, which is just, poured 2 glasses.
What?
Just a lot of blood on the sheets. Herregud. Some Swedish over here, language barrier. I don't know what that means. So yeah, that was a story. That was a moment when I called my supervisor and I asked, what is the limit of blood in liters that we expect that this is a crime scene? Well, what happened next? My lawyer told me not to tell, because Okay, the story is true. The lawyer part was false.
Yeah.
I spice things up, but I tell that it's not true.
Yeah, so that's I often have to reassure Jonas, like, okay, was that a joke or not? Because you never know. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, but I was waiting for a dramatic ending, but this was it.
No, maybe I will tell if we get 100 likes on YouTube.
Wow, 100 likes on YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, never gonna happen.
Maybe subscribers. Anyway.
Enter jingle, huh? Okay, our last topic of the day is favorite memories with customers.
This is my favorite topic.
And this is something I don't really have anything to say. So I'll just, enjoy this calm moment of not having to speak. And Amsu, go ahead, knock yourself out.
I have so many great memories with the customers in the past. And I was working in a hotel where it was a bit more expensive. It was not the cheapest hotel in town. And it was like a small boutique hotel. So most of the customers were like middle-aged couples, maybe. And we had this elderly couple that we bought olives to. So this is also my favorite couple in the world.
Oh.
So
Paul and Melissa.
They were like Paul and Lisa. Oh, you remember?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. So they were traveling all around, but they were like pretty old. I was like, wow, how do they even have the energy? But they were like very positive and were like just exploring the world together. Then I was working a lot during that summer, so I was there. It felt like I was there all the time, and I was during their whole stay there. So I was always helping them. They needed help with the Wi-Fi, so we were like practicing together and so on. And then it was the sister of the husband or the wife, I don't remember, but the sister always called to the front desk like, hello, can I talk to blah blah blah? And then I was like, unfortunately not through this phone. And she was like, yeah, I tried to call them but they couldn't answer. So then we had to practice how to answer the FaceTime, you know, all these things.
I don't know.
Anyway, we shared great moments together. And we had a great connection, and they were from Israel. And then when they were leaving, so they gave me like a small piece of paper where they had written their phone number, and then they were like, when you come to Israel someday, please give us a call and you can stay with us. And then they came and took pictures with me, and we were hugging many times before they went to the taxi. And
the next time you visit Israel,
I will not come back.
No, I was about to say you will have to visit the courtyard. Graveyard.
Oh, that.
You said they were old.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Oh, good.
Just visit the courtyard, all right?
Yeah,
You're like, what the hell am I doing here?
Okay. Thanks, Jonas.
Yeah, I ruined.
The whole moment is now okay.
It's gone. I had noticed that you were so like touched.
Yeah.
And I had to like.
Yeah,
I got very uncomfortable, and I had to ruin it somehow.
Okay. Okay. Next couple I have on my list.
You have plenty.
Yes. This was. They were from Finland, and they were.
Yay.
Juhu, go Finland, Suomi. Hyvä leijonat. And they were kind of like my mom and dad. They were exactly the same. It was crazy. It felt like it was just my mom and dad visiting me. And
what? What is this?
They were exactly the same persons. They were so nice. We were just having chats during the evening.
Shots? You were having shots?
Chats! Chatting!
Okay. All right. I was like, what kind of a story is this?
And then, they were so nice. And then they were like, they will just come back if I will work there in the front desk when they come back. Sorry to say, I'm not there anymore, so. But they were also very nice.
Yeah.
And then, one French girl, she was maybe 12 years old.
Traveling alone?
No, she was with her parents, and then the parents had like some friends as well. They were a pretty big group.
All right.
And actually, in one of our episodes, I don't even remember if it was the pilot or the first one, I was telling you about a guy who were shouting about water.
All right.
And then a few men came like, hey, sorry, you don't need to like listen to these kinds of things. Yeah,
I cut it out, by the way, but you can find the uncut version from YouTube.
Yes, sorry, Spotify listeners. Anyway, so the men, so one of them were like the dad of this French girl. And sorry, I'm impossible today.
You're impossible today, but go on. So there was a dad and a girl.
Yeah, and then anyway, it was a very nice big family. So the girl came every night to hug, and then cheek kisses to me, came and say good night, came and say good morning, and then
I'm sure that's nice, but today, now that with the coronavirus and everything, that would be actually a whole different kind of story.
That's true. Yeah, but this was a few years ago. So.
Okay.
Yeah, this was a few years back, so it was before the corona times.
Of course.
Yeah, but she's also on my mind daily.
Wow.
I get very close with the customers, obviously.
Well, I can see that.
So, yeah.
Do you have more couples?
No, I just have great memories with
Yeah,
everyone.
that's good, and those will live with you until you find yourself from the courtyard. I was thinking about these favorite memories with customers, but I only have nice memories from my current job that I'm not allowed to talk about. So,
Finny.
So,
you don't have anything
yeah,
like...
I have two.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I have two. They're not couples though.
It's fun. It doesn't have to be couples. I don't know why.
I just don't remember people that I've been checking in and checking out and helping. I can't remember them.
But this was because I was working in a pretty small hotel, so we had a lot of time with the guests, and we were like talking with them and helping them with the restaurants and blah blah blah. So maybe this was why I was very close with them.
Well, I was working also in a small hotel actually.
Okay, so this theory didn't work out.
I just
try to make
took
you
the
feel
carpet
better
under your feet. But anyways, it was fun because I didn't feel like I was doing anything special for this person. It was an older person, and she was actually traveling with her grandchild, grandchildren, I guess they were two. And they just asked me something like very simple, we didn't have it on the breakfast room. We didn't have a microwave, so she just asked for me to like heat up in the microwave. So I had to, can you imagine? I had to go down to the kitchen's microwave and heat it up. Whew.
Wow,
so,
Jonas,
did
what a
something
hero!
Did something like that. Helped them with their luggage to when they checked out because it was an old person and two small persons. So I was like, yeah, I will carry your luggage. Deal with that.
Yeah.
And
so basic things.
Did very basic things for me. But then she was telling that she's been working in a hotel business also when she was still working before retirement.
Oh.
And she said that I actually provided a very good customer service, and I was like, that felt nice.
Yeah,
but
especially from a
what felt even nicer was that a couple of weeks later we received a letter to a hotel in the mail, and it said letter to Mr. Jonas. And it was saying that, written very nicely that I'm a good asset for the company and so on and so on. And that felt nice. And obviously, I kept the letter. I still have it somewhere. I tried to find it, but, I've been moving a couple of times after that. So they're
I would
probably
have been crying if you would have heard that.
Maybe I even cried a little. Nah. Didn't happen.
You're right.
Fun stuff. Fun stuff.
But it's nice if you get like this like personal feedback.
Yeah.
Also on TripAdvisor and the NPS and stuff.
Yeah, it's
yes,
funny.
I did it.
Oh, by the way, feedback or TripAdvisor. Go into the language barrier a little bit. It's very difficult when people give a review in some other language, their native language. It's difficult to answer them. However, that's a other story. But yeah, it's very nice to have your own name mentioned in a good review, not in a bad review. That's a different story.
That's fun.
But I think the funniest one that happened to me was that our hotel got a good review, which said, well, this was in the United States, and I was the only Finnish person there.
Yeah.
And it said that, the Finnish hotel manager was very nice. And I'm like, yeah. Just, give me the hotel manager's salary and I'll be on my way.
Yes,
so,
totally. That was a pretty nice feedback.
That was a very nice feedback. I actually was mentioned in quite a many, I believe.
Ooh.
I should maybe go there and
well, that's not surprising.
Control F. And nobody actually wrote my name correct, so.
Yeah. So you can search.
I cannot just search my name. I'm like, hey, what the hell happened?
Have to just scroll through every feedback.
And this last bullet point on my notes goes with a box of wine. I mean.
Already sounds good.
Yeah, I need a box of wine to drink in order to be able to speak about this. No, but we had actually a quite well-known winery as our corporate guest over there. So they had a seminar or conference day meetings over there, and were kind of launching a new wine or something, and they had to work with that. I will not say the brand name because it was well known.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Business secrets.
Business secrets, yeah. And what made it nice, favorite stories with customers. Some might think like, okay, where are you getting at, Jonas? Just talk already. And I'm like,
Kinda.
yeah, I'm talking. So when they were checking out, they left. I mean, first the night before they checked out, they left a box of wine, fine wines, 24 bottles, something like this, 20 bottles. They left it for someone to pick up.
Someone.
And that someone didn't come. So they said like, okay, we're checking out now. They didn't come. We're, all of us are leaving. You can share it with your employees. That
And Jonas was like, "Thank you, I will take."
Well,
everything."
me and my supervisor were like,
12 and 12.
yeah, we were like, taking this advantage. Obviously, my supervisor, nice guy, was about to share with the employees, but yeah, maybe taking some of our own. I know we were the ones receiving the box.
True.
But now we get to this topic a little bit: who is a good boss and who is not. And there came a manager and said like, you cannot share this with employees. This belongs to the hotel, and this will be served in a hotel's next event for employees.
Okay.
So you cannot keep it. Cannot. And I'm like, that's not a good boss. That's not cool. I mean, yeah, sure, it's alcohol, but we weren't gonna give it to anyone who's underaged. And what's the harm? Well, good thing. My supervisor already nicked a couple of bottles. So it was like this when we got the box. So yeah, thanks for that. I know you're listening to us.
You know who you are.
You know who you are. All right, so that was mine.
Great.
Mine stuff. Yeah, we will next time. Maybe we have to take the good boss next time then. Since
it feels like it.
It's been referred.
Yeah,
also, next week, since we are covering, or do you have still favorite moments with customers?
No, I have just like, I'm gonna be like, oh, it was so nice. It was so nice.
Or do you want to save it to next time when when we're talking about hotel sex?
Yeah.
But it doesn't have anything to do with favorite memories with customers.
Nope.
However, interesting stuff coming up. So please keep listening. You know where to find us.
Yes. And you guys who watch us on YouTube, it was not planned that we have this red shirt day today, but obviously great minds think alike.
You know it.
Yes. But thank you guys for listening, and stay tuned for the next episode next week.
Next week, maybe, if we can make it.
Let's
all right.
see.
Take care. Leave comments, review. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.